Math 1012, Study Guide for Quiz 1. Question 1, find the total cost of 2 sweaters at $33 each and 3 shirts at $28 each. Multiply 33 times 2 to get 66. And also multiply 28 by 3 to get 84. And total means add, so add your amounts together. And the final total cost is $150. Question 2, work the problem using order of operations. And you know that parentheses is first. So 5 minus 3 is 2. The operation here behind that first 2 is understood to be multiplication. Now you can combine steps with order of operations, namely here, evaluate the square root, and we know multiplication is higher than subtraction. So square root of 4 is 2. And do the multiplications before subtracting. So 9 times 2 is 18. And 2 times 2 is 4. Final answer is positive 14. Question 3 is another order of operations problem. And the 0 divided by 4 is 0, so that disappears. And we're left with addition and division. Division is higher than addition on your order of operations scale. So we do 21 divided by 3 first. And that's 7. Final answer is 12. Question 4, multiply. Now, if this is a show work question on your quiz, then you must show each line of multiplication, like I'm doing here. And let's check our answer with our calculator. So 76 times 81. So if your question is not a show work problem, yeah, you can use your calculator to get the answer. Number 5, another order of operations question. This one includes exponents. Regardless, we start with parentheses first. So that's 1 times 2. Now 2 squared is 2 times 2, or positive 4. And 3 cubed is 3 times 3, or 9. And 9 times 3, which is 27. Multiplication is higher than addition, so we do the multiplications first. 27 times 4 is 108, plus 2. Final answer is 110 for question 5. Number 6 is also an order of operations problem. We have 35 divided by 7 times, in parentheses, 5 minus 3. Again, you do what's in parentheses first. So that is positive 2. There's one rule in order of operations that you need to know or review. If you have multiplication and division in the same step, or addition and subtraction in the same step, then you work the problem from left to right. So since division is on the leftmost side of our page, then we do that next. So 7 can go into 35 5 times, and 5 times 2 is positive 10. Question 7, use multiplication to check the following answer. If the answer is incorrect, find the correct answer. To start, multiply 2007 by 7. And what we do with the remainder is add it to our product. And since we got the same number that's under the house, or under the division symbol, then our answer is correct. So A would be, this is how you would type it in. The answer is correct because 7 times first blank 2007 plus 2 equal to 14,051. Question 8, you can use the calculator. So we'll just put our numbers in carefully. Correct answer to number 8 is 49,796. Question 9, each minute there is 1 diamond sold on a website. Find the number of diamond rings sold in 16 days. We know there are 60 minutes in an hour and 24 hours in a day. And we're trying to find the number of diamond rings sold in 16 days. So multiply 60, 24, and 16 together. And the number of diamond rings sold in 16 days is 23,040. Question 10. A youth soccer association raised $5,577 in fundraising projects. There were expenses of $957 that had to be paid first. So let's stop there and set up that part of the problem. So we have 5,577. Expenses means subtract. So we'll subtract 957 from the original total. And this balance, $4,620, has to be paid or divided evenly among the 15 teams. So, if it has to be divided evenly means division. So we'll divide 15 into 4,620. And just divide carefully if you are doing this by hand or you have to show your work. 15 can go into 12 0 times. Bring down the 0. And then 15 can go into 120 8 times. Evenly. So each team received exactly $308. Question 11. The correct answer is, 45,936,669. Be careful, don't choose A by mistake. A is not the right answer because it contains the word and a couple of times. And is reserved, it represents a decimal point. Number 12, I'm going to talk you through this question as well. Suppose an instructor receives a paycheck every 2 weeks. Find how many paychecks he receives in 26 weeks. Pardon me. Just simply divide 26 by 2, and the final answer is 13 paychecks. Question 13. A yard is in the shape of a rectangle and measures 80 by 55 feet. A rectangular swimming pool in the yard measures 10 by 25 feet. Complete parts A through C below. Part A, find the area of the entire yard. That's just length times width. So we'll multiply 55 by 80. And when we multiply this together, you get 4,400. Anytime you're dealing with area, you have to put square with your units. So square feet is the correct unit. Part B, find the area of the swimming pool. Since it's a rectangle, you also multiply length times width. So 25 times 10 is 250. Again, square feet. Part C, find the area of the yard that is not part of the swimming pool. So that's the grassy area that we're trying to find the area for. So we need to take away the area of the swimming pool. So when we subtract 4,400 minus 250, the area of the grass is 4,150 square feet. The only time you use just your given units without the square part is when you're finding perimeter or distance. With area, you use square units. Number 14, you're given a line graph. with some information regarding installation data. And you want to find, first question, which year had the greatest number of installations? And second question, how many installations were there? So the highest point on your line graph happens in the year 2017. So the line graph shows that 2017 had the greatest number of installations. Second question, how many installations were there? Be careful, do not put 8. You actually have to put 8,000 since the number of installations is in thousands. So 8,000 installations is the correct answer to the second question. Number 15 is a pictograph. Use the pictograph at the left. How many fewer outs than singles did the player have? Each baseball represents 2 times at bat. So for singles, since we have 5 baseballs, 2 times 5 is 10. Outs, we have 4 baseballs, so 2 times 4 is 8. And how many fewer means subtract? So the answer is 2. Question 16. Question 16 on this video that I'm making. Continuing our video study guide for Quiz 1, Math 1012. Number 16. A cruise line has 3,735 linen napkins. It takes 5 napkins to set each table. Find the number of tables that can be set. The key word is each. So each means to divide. So we'll take 5 and divide it into our number of linen napkins. Now, if this is a show work problem where you have to show or submit your work, then I want to see all the steps down to the remainder. By the way, how you know that a quiz or a question requires you to show or submit work, you'll see a red show work box kind of in the upper middle corner, right up, kind of above your question, or in the test menu where it shows all the number of how many questions you got. If you see a red SW abbreviation, then that means you must show or submit your work. Now you can show your work through My Math Lab. You can also just write your steps down by hand on sheets of paper. Take pictures of the sheets of paper with your cell phone, and then you can email or text me your work immediately directly through your phone. I accept JPEG images, PDF, Microsoft Word, whatever you want to send me, so long as I get it by the deadline. Now, the correct answer to number 16 is 747. Oh, the only time you have to submit work is with the quizzes and the midterm and final exam. You don't have to submit work for any of the homework lessons. Number 17. Number 17 on this study guide. 6 years ago, there were 6,960 bridge and lock tender jobs across the country. Today, there are 3,800 that remain. How many of these jobs have been eliminated? So you got to figure out what operation, whether it's addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. So we're setting up a problem now. All right, the key word there is eliminated. Eliminated means take away. So when we finish the problem, let's see how many jobs were eliminated. 3,160 jobs were eliminated. So look for keywords or phrases to help you figure out what type of operator to use. Question 18, find the total distance around a lot that has been developed as a go-kart track. Total is the same thing as perimeter. And for most shapes, just take your sides and add them all the way across. So we have 335 twice and 160 twice, and just add carefully. So the total distance around the lot is 990 feet. Be careful, do not use square units when finding distance or perimeter. Square units are reserved for area. Number 19, find the total cost of 406 laptop computers at $707 per computer. Now, per means multiply, so we'll just multiply 406 times 707. And here's our final answer, $287,042. So that's the total cost of your laptop computers. Last question on your study guide. Subtract the following and regroup when needed or as necessary. So let's write down our question first. And by the way, regrouping is the same thing as borrowing. So let's see here, when we borrow, it's a good idea to cross out when you borrow. Okay, so when we're borrowing, just borrow carefully. And right, 2,487 is our answer. Now, what is the opposite of subtraction? Right, so a way you can check your answer is take your answer and add it back to your second number and see if you get the original number. Or you can check with a calculator, that's fine. And that confirms that we got the first number in our problem, so that means our answer is okay. This concludes the study guide for Quiz 1 for Math 1012. If you have any questions, please email or text me. Thank you. Uh-oh.